Hey guys, this is Ryan. I'm going to do another tutorial video for you today. I'm a little excited about this one because it's one of my personal favorite songs, and it has been for some time. This is called Playing Possum for a Peek by Owen. It's from his album entitled I Do Perceive. It came out in 2004. It's really fun to play. It is just a very pretty song. It does seemingly sound a bit tricky, but I will show you it's actually not very difficult. So we'll get right into it. As with most Owen songs, the tuning is one of the hardest parts of the song. Basically, take a standard tune song and drop the 5th string and the 1st down a whole step. So we're going to drop that to a G, we're going to drop this to a D, and then we're going to take the 6th string and we're going to drop it 2 steps. So we're going to drop that from an E to a C. It's going to sound like this. I think the capo in the song is on the 7th fret. Feel free to adjust it. I have it on the 7th, but I think I'm a half step down now, so it might be another step down. Feel free to move it depending on what your singing range is, what you're comfortable with, what you think sounds best. So we'll jump right into it. The song is essentially 3 parts. It's a verse, a chorus, and an outro. The tricky part is this hand here. It's not this hand, it's very simple. So what I'll do is I'm going to show you the chords first. Some of them are recycled from part to part as well, so I'll show you the chords first, and then I'll show you how the right hand moves through the entirety of the song. That never changes. And then I will play the song, an abbreviated version of the song in sequence for you, so you can see it together. So the verse is it's 3 chords. Okay, it's and these chords, I'll write it up on the screen here for you, but it's also it's going to be 0 0 0 3 0. So 0 0 0 3 0. The 6th string's muted there. The second one is going to be muted again. Second, open, 1st, open. And then the third one is going to be 4th fret on the 6th string, muted, 5th string, open, 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 open. So it's that's the verse. The chorus is I'll play the verse for you here real quick. I'll show you the right hand pattern in a second. So it's just going to look like this, arpeggiated. That's it. The chorus is going to be that second chord from the verse, this one, to the 3rd chord of the verse, which is this one, into this chord, which is all open except the 2nd fret on the 4th string. So open, open, 2, open, open, open. Then there's also this chord here. And that's 2nd fret, muted, 4th fret, 2nd, open, open. Those are the 4 chords of the chorus, and I'll show you how that's assembled here in a second. So we're going to start with this. Move up to this, okay. Then we're going to hit that 2nd fret chord, back up. The second time around changes a little bit, so we're going to go here. 4th fret, and this is where it changes. Instead of going to the 2nd fret, we're going to go open, then back up to the 2nd fret, then back to the verse, okay? Pretty simple, right? The outro varies a little bit. It's a lot of the same structured chords, but what we're going to do is the basic chords are going to be keep your pinky on the 5th fret on the 1st string and do not move that. Also, we're not going to move this finger from the 4th fret on the 4th string. So these two, not really going to move. So the chords in this one are just again, these are not in order, but I will show you them in order in just a moment. So we have this, which is all open except for those two aforementioned strings, and that is muted, so we're not playing the 6th string. Open 5 4 0 5. So this chord is exactly the same as this one, except instead of playing the 5th string, we're going to have that muted, and we're just going to play the 4th fret on the 6th string. So it's 4, mute, 5, 4, 0, 5. And then the remaining chords are just 4. So 4, 4, 4. Then walk it down to the 2nd fret. Okay. And that's going to sound like this. That's it. Again, the tricky part is this hand, so I'll show you that in a second. And I like to think of this hand as being essentially, it's divided into 2 movements. There's the bass movement and then the treble movement, or the thumb movement and your other finger movements. So the thumb essentially is going to go like this. Or like that, okay? So essentially that's going to be from the root note to the 3rd string to the 4th string to the 3rd, okay? Now each time you hit the root, you want to hit these 2 strings, the 1st and the 2nd, in that order. Technically, on the album, it is the 2nd and the 1st. I like to go 1st and 2nd. It's ultimately orally irrelevant. It sounds virtually identical to the casual and even the more dedicated listener, so I like to go 1st, 2nd. It's easier for me, it flows better. So, between each root movement, we're going to pluck these 2 in that order. So it's going to be like this. Ready? This is slow motion. A little faster. So you see the root note is hitting, or the thumb is hitting all the root notes. And then these 2, the 1st and the 2nd finger, or the 2nd and the 3rd, whichever you prefer, are going to hit the 1st and the 2nd string. So, and it goes that way through the entirety of the song. Pretty simple. So I will play an abbreviated version of the song here, so you can kind of synthesize it in your mind. It's going to go like this. Again, this is I'm going to play just a couple bars of each part. Chorus. Now open, okay? We're heading to the outro here. It gets a little trickier. That's functionally it. I hope that you got some kind of learning experience out of this, and I make mistakes. You're allowed to make mistakes. Practice, work on the right hand, and it will be very, very easy. Good luck, guys, and I will see you next time.